Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You really like that? Let's shut up and grab some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on what has been a very hectic Monday for yours truly, okay? I think I'm a victim blame. I think it's due to the fact that I slept a total of 10 hours this weekend, all right? So I'm going to blame it on that. But woke up this morning, misread an email, thought Kirby Smart had a press conference, didn't get to it, or drove over there, was sitting and was like, where's everybody at? You're an idiot. You misread an email. Drive over here, do the notes for our film study that we're about to do. And I'm like, you know what? I got 90 minutes or so before Jay Will shows up to do this film study. I'm going to go for a jog. Ain't worked out in a fat minute. Ain't taking care of myself in a minute. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go do it. Put my glasses down on the back of the truck. Don't know where those are at. So here we go. We're literally doing this blind. We're doing this completely blind. We're going to try to do our best. Excited to see what happened. I'm on this the field during these games, so when I get to break down the tape, it's really the first time I've watched it clearly and concisely and been able to actually pay attention to what happened. Holy cow, what a plan for this Georgia defense. You talking about a plan. They were 100% prepared for this football team. Not a super complex concept from Texas, never has been. What's really complex is the pre-snap motion, all the dressing that they do. But if you can get that licked, the concepts themselves aren't that difficult, especially if you stop the run. If I take away the run, man, you're in big trouble with a deep game passing attack that is predicated off of being able to effectively run play action. Super excited to do this with you. We're going to break this first half, second half, okay? So this is the first half film review today. I got to slow down and just get ready for this one and calm down. Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, I'm Brooks Austin, the film guy, all that good stuff, director of recruiting for Sports Illustrated. And we got a saying around here. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. I promise you, Jay Will, the rest of this, however long film study is going to be way better than that opening was. I promise you right now, okay? 100% we're going in. All right, Georgia started this football game with the ball, okay? With the ball. Let's make sure we're unmuted, everything else. Little RPO with an inside zone action here, okay? As this nickel creeps in the box, they got the man beater out here. We're going to do a little out and up, and we're going to run the slant on the backside, okay? So Dylan Bell should be a winner right here as they walk down Does Texas and plays this, what appears to be cover one, all right? We got man-to-man out here, got man-to-man out here, man-to-man out here. So whoop, and then here, all right, box is heavy. Okay, the box is heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, for our 6 blockers and a ball carrier, we want to pull this ball, get it out, and get it completed. All right, we got to get a little bit more space right there, does Dylan Bell. All right, we got to create a little bit more separation. Would like that rub to hit a little bit harder as well. All right, those 2 defensive backs from Texas clear this really, really well. Really well. Look at that. They get over the top of one another at the top of the screen. All right, and get that nice and covered. I'm going to hit a refresh on this because I don't like that premium bar sitting at the top of my screen while I'm trying to grind this here tape. Can we get what is going on today? I told you, Jonathan, it's one of them days. I need it in threes. My bad things happen in threes. I don't know about you guys, but you know, one bad thing happens, second bad thing happens. I'm sitting around waiting for the third thing to happen. All right, Bobo hiding number 11 to start this football game. Watch the force of communication that it forces from Texas, okay? So Georgia's coordinator, I felt like in this game, man, you're going to see him. I think he even kind of took some notes from Sark. You're going to see a little something later on an end around that I was like, ooh, that's pretty neat. Like this right here, a little cheat motion. Now, I would like this to snap with him running horizontally, keeping him in motion as opposed to squaring him up. But hey, I'm nitpicking here. They're trying to run flood over here. We got the deep, all right, we got the out, and then we're running the over here with the double bender concept on the backside. All right, everything from Georgia is half field always. Oh, I did it again. It's half field always, right? We got some type of either man or zone concept beater over here, and on the backside we're going to have some type of the other, right? We're going to read it. If we got man-to-man coverage, we're going to read this side of the field. We got zone coverage, we're going to read this side of the field. The zone concepts on the backside are almost always these double benders or deep over concepts, right? They're going to run through every bit of coverage that you got and run away from man coverage as the snap begins to progress, right? So here we go. He comes back to this double bender, and he likes Dylan Bell. Right here, we have our first drop of the football game. Doink, hits him right in the face mask. All right, and he drops it. Here's what I was looking at, though. As they start to roll to this cover three, okay? They start to roll this cover three. Watch Dominic Lovett run to grass right here on this first Dover. Hook. Right? Hook. Is right. That's some green grass right there. Green grass. Hey, do me one quick favor. Bump the three in just a little bit. Get rid of that white dot for me. Okay, I can't see, but I can still feel it. I can't see, but I can still feel it. All right, we're going to 55 right quick. Still some yardage left on the field, just let alone with the drop. And I think that first Dover's really run into some grass after the catch if we ultimately hit that one. All right. Hey, something you should know. I know it. I mean, I'm sitting here talking about a habit. I'm sitting here pressing my glasses. I ain't even got them on my face. I know that Georgia plays with pace on the road. Why do they do this? They do this to get the crowd out as much as they possibly can. They're going to get on the ball. They're going to line up. The comms are going to be in the headset. Hopefully they work. All right. The comms are going to be going. We're going to get on the ball and play fast because normally fans don't start hooting and hollering until the ball's set and it's like, all right, we're not going to wait around for that, right? Ooh. A little deep in the larynx there. We're not going to wait around for that. All right, we're going to get on the ball. We're going to get ready to go. And look at Texas. Texas is in pure chaos mode. They have to burn a timeout on the first possession of the football game for Georgia right here because they're just in a little bit of almost like shock that Georgia's playing with pace. You shouldn't be. They did this first series of the game in Neyland last year. They did this first series of the game at Auburn last year. You should not be shocked when Georgia comes out on the road and starts playing with pace, trying to get everything communicated early and on the ball before that crowd noise gets lit, right? I was a little bit stunned to see Texas be stunned by that. You should almost be prepared for that. The film studies in years past on tough road environments would indicate exactly that. Now, the very next play, trying to get a hard count here to start the snap. All right, down set Hutt. He gets a hard count. Ooh, and sees the nickel bail, right? All right, so what are we thinking? We're going to probably get some type of too high right here, right? He's probably got the middle of the field. He might have deep half here. We got a free hat here. Either way, we've got soft zone coverage. We got guys bailing as soon as we go to snap the football. So you know what he's going to do? He's going to walk to the line of scrimmage. Hey, thumbs up. We're good. We like the call that we have. All right, everybody's clear and concise as opposed to what happened to start the football game against Tuscaloosa, or in Tuscaloosa rather. All right, boom. We got it. We got what we want. 3rd and 10. That defensive back there, that corner, is going to have to come down, close space against this guy. Our best football player with the ball in his hands to date right now, right, is certainly Trevor Etienne. We're going to let him work against, all that grass and force that one-on-one out in space tackle job. Great job by the corner, at least bubbling him and trying to get him down. They force a punt to start the football game. Okay? But in both defenses, we're seeing a little bit of cover 3 right now from Texas and a little bit of man-to-man early on in that snap. But you need to be paying attention to what the defenses are trying to do, especially on this side of the football, okay? Especially on this side of the football. Texas opening in 12 personnel. Georgia responding by playing base personnel out of a 50 walked-up look, okay? That's an outside linebacker, all right? That's Jalen Walker playing the other outside linebacker. All right, that is C.J. Allen, and that is Jonell Aguero playing the mic? Is that No, that's C.J. Allen right there, and Jonell walked up on the lines of scrimmage. Nonetheless, they're in a 50 front, and they're actually in nickel personnel technically with Jalen Walker playing outside linebacker, now playing jack. So this is the benefit of having a dude that can play both, right? You're formationally, you're not as stretched personnel-wise, you're not as stressed as most football teams would be. Okay, going to open in that 50 front, though. I can't read. Looks like too high. All right, looks like too high right now as he walks to the line of scrimmage and he's surveying these two guys. We might be getting some type of two-man, but either way, the middle of the field is open. It's something we talked about all week last week leading up to this football game. Got to change the picture on this guy because most of their deep passing attack works off of whether or not the middle of the field is open or the middle of the field is closed. As the ball is snapped, boom, this safety is going to walk down, play flat-footed, and now the middle of the field is closed with Dan Jackson back in the middle of the field, okay? So Georgia doing a great job changing pre-snap, post-snap looks. And right here, if this were my first pass of the football game, all right, I think I'm getting this guy to rush, right? I think he's coming. I think I'm getting some type of zone coverage, maybe quarters. All right, so this hitch looks really, really good pre-snap. We're going to throw it. All right, and then all of a sudden, down set hut, I go to throw this ball, with good timing. And then, I look at that and I say, oh, I didn't get it paused in time. All right, I'm trying to throw this hitch on time, okay? And then I let it rip. And that's the picture I see on my first pass attempt. Thought they were playing quarters. Thought the middle field was open. Ooh, now the middle field's closed. Ooh, oh, thought that was hitched, going to be nice and clean. Ooh, I'm an inch away from that ball getting tipped the first time I throw it. All right, already some indecisiveness or at least some uncomfortability for the quarterback on our first completion of the football game when we're supposed to be feeling hot and confident moving forward. We got a hook defender getting nice and sneaky up underneath us to start the football game. That's not going to make me feel great. All right, these were explosives. These have been explosives for Texas all year now. Ooh, we got this corner bailing. All right, we got nobody out here in the flat. We got this linebacker a little bit behind on his read. We got Gunnar Helm out here in the flat right now. All right, for the last, 7 games, it's 18 yards, 19 yards, 20 yards. It's 2nd and 1 right now. This is their opportunity. They're trying to accelerate the offense right now, get a chunk play with one of their best and most dependable players. Watch number 6 right here. All right, watch this and tell me this guy wasn't ready to play some football. Wham! Okay, wham! Yeah, first down, sticks moved. But, and I think we also got away with as a defense right here, got away with a personal foul. Right. Yeet. Maybe, I don't know. Looked on the live view right here, might have got a little face mask. But nonetheless, all right, that in weeks past has been a massive explosive for Texas. So if you're sitting at home thinking, hey, where were our big plays? Sometimes the other team's making them, all right? Sometimes the defense on the other side of the football is making those plays that you've seen on tape in weeks past. That whole, y'all ain't played nobody, that's it showing up on tape right there. That's the difference, okay? In a really, really well-prepared football team. Now, continuing to mix the looks, right? Looks like quarters to me as the ball is snapped. The ball is in the air, by the way. Looks like quarters to me. I think this safety rolls to the middle, and now all of a sudden it's going to be cover 3. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so we talked about it all week last week. Got to mix the coverages on this guy to create some type of hesitation, and that's exactly what happens. All right, he has to force the check down right here because everything is covered. Everything is covered. As he goes to look at this corner route, he sees Dalen Everett playing outside leverage. That's cooked. All right, well, here comes the Dover eventually. C.J. Allen's into a good hook responsibility, as is Malachi Starks. That's cooked. All right, so we're going to check the football down now. Well, that's not really going to go anywhere either because there's a nickel standing right there. Guys, there ain't a whole lot. Like, I saw a lot of questioning of quarterback play from Texas this week. I'm going to tell you, they got covered. They got covered for 4 quarters. Yes, the pressure was incredible, but the initial covering on these guys was elite from Georgia's defense. Let's go to 306. Guys, I'm going to try to move as fast as I can, but go ahead and buckle in. We're going to have quite a bit of a lengthy film study here, I would imagine. Now, Georgia playing 2-man. All right, so we've seen quarters, or at least a pre-snap quarter shell. We saw some cover 3 already. All right, we've seen mixed coverage to start this football game on the first drive. Now, Georgia, what's that motion indicate to you there, Jonathan? Watch when this tight end leaves. Man, right? The linebacker ran with him and kept his eyes on him. Not only that, look at everybody else's eye discipline. Look at what everybody else is looking at right about now. We got the corner traveling back over because they're in nub, right? So we're going to squeeze the nickel back down and flip that field side corner and bring him over and get him into that nickel with that number 2 wide receiver. So eyes locked on. I know he's cheating a little bit, but he's looking at the motion. All right, eyes locked on, and certainly eyes locked on the backside with exact over-the-top leverage. So as a quarterback, I'm thinking, yep, we've got man coverage with 2 high. All right, these 2 guys back here are free eye defenders, meaning they're going to float wherever I take them. Okay, down set hut, we put the ball in the belly of the back, and we're running wide zone. Okay? Now, you're watching this at home, okay, and you're thinking, why isn't he keying? What's he doing? Well, he's playing pass first, right? He's playing pass first. That's what we talked about last week watching Venables. We saw that back pedal from those defensive backs and linebackers in unison and thought, wow, that's brilliant because we have to take away the explosives and make these guys travel down the field, all right? Live to fight another day every single down because eventually we'll get up off the field. Great job right here as well by number 11 of really attacking the football, all right, and trying to force a turnover after we not only turning it back in, right, being outside, being upfield hip, all that good stuff, but also once we over pursue it, really attacking that football right there. I saw Jalen Walker play nothing but NFL football for like every single snap in this football game. Every single snap in this football game. There's later where he trips Quinn down, and Quinn's kind of like on the ground on a knee. They blow it dead. He still runs over there and touches him down. Like he's playing on Sundays already because he's already going there, right? Mentally, he's already going there. That's where he's at, right? All right, 323. We're going to 336. I love this play right here. Film study. Film study right here. Film study. Film study told us what? They motion empty to what? To screen, to screen, to screen, to screen. That's why they motion empty. That's the whole reason they do it. They have tendencies, guys. Every once in a while, every team does. Here we go. Motion empty. What are we getting? We're getting screen. Watch this guy and tell me he wasn't watching tape all week last week. You try me. Watch these guys play this screen and tell me this defense wasn't locked, cocked, and ready to rock. Look at this. Boom. All right. Destruction out on the edge as well and getting that guy down. Guys, we talked about it. The main key, tackling the screens. Tackle the screens. Tackle the screens. Yes, stop the run, but you cannot allow screens to be big plays. We can't allow screens to be big plays. How about screens being a 1-yard gain, forcing a 2nd and 9? Okay, that's a big-time win. That's a big-time win as a defense based off film study. I truly believe that. They jumped that screen because they seen it. They seen it on tape, and that's why they hopped it. All right. Hey, man, you talking about big boy stuff. You talking about big boy stuff. All right, you got to be locked in. You got to be locked in. You got to be prepared. You got to be film study. But it ultimately boils down to this right here. Okay, it ultimately boils down to this right here. Watch these guys, particularly these two. Okay, he's going to hold a solo, and this defensive end, who's playing at about 265, is Michael Williams. Watch this guy hold a SEC caliber duo. All right, watch him hold this backside double from these two guys. Wham! Line of scrimmage. Ain't going to let them get off. They can't. Ain't going to reset the line of scrimmage. They can't. Our linebackers are going to play free all day long because number 13's just a menace, right? Now, let's watch the nose tackle. Let's watch 78. Oh, they dared to give me a one-on-one. They dared to give me a one-on-one. Watch this one. Oh, we're going to peek. We're going to stack, peek, and shed. All right, we're going to let everybody rally to the football. Linebackers playing free. When you can't run the football, man, look, you can put it in the belly of the back all you want. And they're rotating safeties now. All right, they're going to split the look. All right, but these guys all day long, they got afforded the gift to play pass first. They got afforded the gift to play on their heels all day long. All right, and be like, ooh, oh, now it's run. All right, now it's run. All right, that's a luxury that's only provided by defensive line play. That's the same clip. Okay, on to the next one. I see you smiling over there. You having a good time there, Jay Will? Oh, dude. Lunacy. Absolute lunacy. You talking about the stones. A defensive coordinator doing this tells me, bro, they spent all week ready to just eat this alive. Look at this alignment from Texas. Now, 99.9% of the time, when teams bunch, defenses are almost forced to play zone coverage. Almost all the time. Because they're bunched, they can go all kinds of different ways every single time. So most of the time, when you do that, we're going to play a little out, in, over the top, right? We're going to have somebody playing outside leverage, inside leverage. We're going to put somebody over the top. Maybe we put another safety over here to really help us out when that bender comes back over inevitably. Not Georgia. Look at this. When I first saw this, I was like, what? What in the world are they playing? How are they playing this? Watch how they respond to motion. It's almost like they're not even threatened. Watch, as soon as the little cheat motion goes out for number 2, they're going to send him out. Look, Jalen Kimber's just going to run with him a little bit. We're going to give a little, whatever this signal is from Malachi Starks. They're going to man this up. They're going to man this up out of this stack bunch. And look at the strippity straps that are going on right now. Strap, going to be strapped. Oh, look, guess what? We got 2 free hats back there as well. Ready to rock. Oh, and just don't hold it too long. Don't hold it too long because they're rushing 3 with a spy, and the spy's Jalen Walker. So don't hold it too long because once you do, and once you think you can escape, boom, here comes the spy. Again, man, this right here, with the way these guys responded to this and the lack of panic and the just pure patience from those guys, they saw that so many times this week. They saw that exact rep so many times this week that it was like second nature to these guys. Look at Malachi Starks running with that Dover. Look at that. On the hip, and he gets his head turned around right here. He's looking for the ball. Immensely prepared. But to run man against that, lunacy. Obviously force a punt right there. All right, so let's see here. All right, so they're going to flip the tights here, okay? And when they've done this, the first possession, this nickel kind of got heavy, right? And the safety rolled down, and they started playing a little cover 3, right? That's what we saw the first possession of the football game when Georgia was on offense. So now we're going to flip the tight. We're going to have a Y attached with the H, and we're running duo backside as an offense. Now, great job here by London Humphreys pointing out the corner. I believe that corner is bluffing. I think he ultimately walks back out, yes, and plays standard defense, all right? Great job by the quarterback as well, reconfirming that that's exactly what happened. Now, they're trying to run duo, which means they've got out, all right? They're blocking down this way, all right? And they're trying to get up, out, back this way, trying to get back to that backside inside linebacker, okay? This, when we call Mike 18, which means these two guys are responsible for getting up to these guys, and we're trying to seal that backside end, all right, with our tight end. You'll see the hole ultimately open up and ultimately crease. This is really, really good run design, okay? Really good run design when a team's trying to plug you front side like this to have this bending back this way to what is ultimately forcing that corner, okay, down into run support, all right? It's a 7-yard gain on a 1st down and 10 based off pure alignment and assignment, right? Okay, now, so I give you credit. So here where I'm gonna put a hand up and ask the class a question. All right, I like Ben Urosic. I don't mean to do this to him. Okay, but why of all people him? Why can't this be 7? All right, if we're gonna send him in return motion and then run this one, buddy, he better be our best option, right? Our best mover too. 7-4 and then 84. All right. But the real problem here is that they made a great play. All right. They're in cover 3 again. And you watch how leaky this front side safety gets. As soon as he sees pass, watch his eyes lock back on that backside bender. Uh-oh. Okay. They're prepared too now. All right. I can sit here and give Georgia credit all day long, but this is them. This is this defensive player, Makuba, being an elite football player. Those are elite special instincts. Look at this guy. This guy's got a very similar responsibility. They're hook curl players. All right, this hook curl player's got his shoulders square. He's looking at the quarterback, playing in his zone drop. This guy has dropped into his zone with knowledge of concept. This is what we talk about on this network all the time. Not only do I know what I've got to do as a defender, but I've got to understand to a limited extent what the offense is trying to do to me. If I have that type of knowledge, if I've studied that hard on tape, then I can do this type stuff. We know Georgia is a deep over bender football team, just like everybody else, right? They like to do these concepts. All right, they like to do these concepts consistently. So when I'm this hook curl defender, get your eyes back around. Tremendous play by 4, not only to locate the route and the concept, but to find the football. Incredible play by number 4 right there. All right, so I'm talking about that backside, that front side safety getting a little leaky on these deep overs, right? A little bit leaky. I don't hate the ball. I don't hate the ball at all from Carson. I think it's in a good spot. We just can't, we're not accounting for that backside defender, okay? I think NFL players make this mistake consistently, where you just come to the sideline and you have to say, Coach, the other guy made a great freaking play, man. What am I supposed to do? So there's the interception. All right, 5:44. Now, when you have a swing play like this against Sarkisian, you have to understand the next time he gets the ball, he's coming for your throat right now, all right? And this probably, if you're a Texas fan watching this should be a touchdown, okay? Double reverse pass, all right? Now, the deep stuff's covered, all right? The deep stuff's covered, and we'll talk about it here in a second. The deep stuff's absolutely licked and covered, but that's leaking for damn sure. All right, that running back is going for probably a touchdown maybe, or at least having to make Julian Humphrey, I believe that is, or KJ Bolden, at least having to make somebody miss, all right, or having to outrun somebody. But it's going for a massive explosive. Instead, it's put on the turf and it's dropped. But I want to point to something here. I want you guys to see, because it does matter to me when you really, really watch it on film. And this is the stuff that's been missing from Georgia week in and week out. And maybe it has been a playing down to the opponent or whatever it is. I don't know. But I haven't seen this level of attention to detail and eye discipline on tape this year from Georgia. It just hasn't been consistently there. It's there now. Watch these two guys as this ball goes away from them. Okay, this ball's going away, and look how patient they are. Look how patient and long they sit. Okay, and you tell me if it was ingrained into them this week that they are going to maintain what their responsibilities, right? You're gonna have great eye discipline this week, no matter what. Now, linebackers, okay, it's the CJ, it's CJ and Raylan right here, okay, losing the back. Now, it's the last time it's going to happen. It's the last time this is going to happen where Georgia's linebackers miss the back. All right. They got locked in the rest of the football game, from my understanding on this film study, at least the first half that I've taken notes on. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. What a great job right here by number 6 and number 5. All right, let's watch these two guys, okay? Watch these two defenders on this concept from Texas. They're the ones they're trying to attack. First of all, great job rerouting. Great job getting hands-on right there, pushing him off of his concept and just messing up the timing just a little bit. Now, once we reroute, let's get our shoulders and our hips square in our hook zone drop and try to get eyes on the quarterback and see where he's taking us. Boom, whoop, there it is. All right, now, nobody's in front of us, right? Nothing's pressing us. Nothing's in front of us. So what should we do? We should gain ground. We should give back ground, all right, and try to float, because something's behind us for sure, but nothing's in front of us right now. So here we go. We're going to float back. All right, let's take away whatever we can. Uh-oh, we just took away the corner now. All right, so we defied the concepts. We forced the check down. Let's rally to the football. Let's rally to the football. All right, so that's a great job from Georgia. Let's talk about Quinn. All right, Quinn, ball into the belly of the back. All right, they've changed coverage on us already. All right, looks too high to me. Middle of the field might be open. Down set Hut. All right, let's send some motion. Down set Hut. Oh, now the safeties have split. Now the middle of the field is closed. All right, let's get to our drop. All right, let's look on the backside. This is nixed 100%. I don't even know why you keep looking at it. Right now, we should be bringing our eyes back to this ball. All right, we should be bringing our eyes back to this ball right now. All right, oh, we never get to it. Why do we never get to it? I don't know. But that's our third option. It's 1, all right, it's 2, it's 3, it's check down. All right, excuse me, I did that wrong, right? It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's check down, okay? Why do we never get here? Even if we do we make that throw? I don't know. Do we try to make that throw, Jonathan? NFL guys do. I'm gonna answer your question for you. NFL dudes make that throw. All right, Quinn is not right now. Quinn didn't even get his eyes to it. So I'm with you on some criticism. I think he probably turns it down even if he takes his eyes to it, though, to be honest with you. I haven't seen this guy layer that ball. Now, Carson's been ripping the shit out of that almost too much. All right, but Quinn, I've seen him 2 weeks in a row turn that ball down even when his eyes get to it. Where are we at on time? Good. 6:43 is where we're headed next. What are you seeing? He's getting quick, guys. He's getting quick. 2-man. All right, so we know we got 2-man. All right, where's our man beater? Where's our man beater? Who's getting open? Who's getting open, guys? Y'all tell me. All the Texas fans watching this today, as they bring 6, all right, as they bring actually 5, as they rush 5, all right, and play strictly 2-man behind it, you tell me where the answers are for the Q. I don't have one. I mean, we can sit here and go picture by picture all day long. I don't have one. Now, here's the scary thing for a lot of SEC defenses or a lot of SEC offenses moving forward. Guys, that's a true freshman. And Chris Cole out there, that Georgia's just like, oh, y'all want to split your best player, arguably, weapon, Gunnar Helm out? We'll just let the true freshman play bump and run with him. We'll just let him play man coverage. Oh, you want to pick him too? Don't worry. That's fine. You can try to rub him all you want. We coach that guy to make that happen. Watch this. Guys, that's a 6'3", 235 pound, maybe 6'4", 230 pound true freshman, just rolled up out of high school, strippity strapping. Come on now. All right, might have been a little early on the ball swipe here, but I'm gonna let it play. I mean, the ball couldn't have been in a better spot. The coverage couldn't have been any better. 3rd and 9, get off the field. They're already chipping Jalen, by the way. Probably was in the plan when he was on the line of scrimmage. All right, force a punt there. Let's go to 7:41. Oh, the punt, never mind, not that one yet. We got a punt coming up that has a really, really good return. This is how you log counter. This is how it's supposed to look. All right, bring a little motion in. All right, here we go. Boom, we're running counter as an offense. All right, so here we go. We got a puller and we got a wrapper. Now, as a puller, if this defensive end gets a little too squeezed, right, we are going to log that. Why is it called log? I have no idea. I have no clue. Outside guard, I have no idea. It's just called a log technique. So you're going to get him and try to maybe roll him inside. Maybe because when they drew it, it looks like I have no idea. They call it a log technique. Nonetheless, watch Micah Morris execute this log technique perfectly. Boom. All right, we're going to pin him inside. Now, hey, Oscar, we got to be an athlete too. All right, so the offensive guard has now logged. That means we have to bounce as well. So we're going to bounce and get around. Now, once we get around, we have to identify the trash. Wham, there he is. Now, running back, we got to deliver that block, press it, and then bounce, okay? Look at this from Trevor Etienne. Great job as well. That is how you log counter, all right? Counter's supposed to hit in B gap. It's supposed to hit right here, all right? All these down blocks supposed to be delicious, okay? We're supposed to pull, kick, pull, wrap, insert there, and poof, right in between B gap, all right? But if they play it well, if they squeeze it right like they're supposed to, just like that, all right, and they wrong arm you, meaning they take their outside arm and stick it on your inside, all right, that means we have to log that and bounce it. Great job right there as an offense. Also, my Lord, Xavier Truss, I think you probably had your best football game, 73. Watch this rep from him. This is tremendous. We're going to deliver that, all right? Work to the backside inside linebacker, all right, and square him up as well. Tremendous job by 73 right there. 8:07. This was great as well. I love this. This is the Bobo Study, okay? I know you guys, y'all love passing concepts. Y'all love all that stuff. I love watching an offensive coordinator deliver combos for me. All right, watch this. All right, so here comes the motion, and watch what the motion does, okay? Yes, it brings the nickel down. That's fine, all right? But what it really does is it bumps this linebacker alignment, all right? So this combination that's going to this guy, it gets on that track that we're on, right? We don't have to bend this back or hope he doesn't overrun us because he was right here. Now, with the travel motion, we've bumped that linebacker, AKA delivered the combo to these guys. Watch these two football players. Watch how easily they work up to this front side inside linebacker. Wham. All right, that was delivered, again, by the motion. Watch him respond to Anthony Evans' bump over, okay? So, whoop, we bump his alignment. He thinks he's doing right. We want him there. All right, so we've occupied this guy by motion. All right. Now, how are we going to deliver this backside inside linebacker combination? Because we have these two working over here, and because we jetted the motion, that guy's bumped over just a little bit too much, right? It's going to be really, really hard to drive this guy over and get to that linebacker, especially if that linebacker starts to flow. Well, watch this. We're going to send split zone motion as well. Watch as this linebacker jets across. Watch what it does to Anthony Hill, who, by the way, is a really, really instinctual football player. Whoop! That one little step with that crisscross motion brings that linebacker over. We at least get a piece on him as an offensive line, and now we're running to grass. And by the way, there's no safety there. The backside safety is the one who has to make the play because we removed him from his safety alignment with the jet. Okay, so everything works in unison on great offensive plans. Everything works in unison. 8:24, screen and go, great call. Great call right here, great protection as well from Georgia's offensive line, all right? They haven't even been really screeny at this point in the game, so to call this is, I mean, it's kind of ballsy, to be honest with you. I don't even think they've thrown a screen at this point in the football game. Have they, Jonathan? So, yeah, we're calling screen and goes before we call a screen. All right, that's breaking tendencies, to say the least. Oh, wait. Hold on. That's a nerdy thing for me to. I think he got into 3x1 earlier, confirmed on the hard count when he saw that Tampa bail like this. When he saw this last time, he ran a screen, remember? And then came back to it, saw it again, screen and goated. All right, so yeah, that's coordination. Great ball too, throwing him away from the safety. All right, we have officially flipped over page 1 on a 3-page noter. So good luck. Buckle up. I told you it's going to be a while. We're not good enough to play anybody with one hand. I'm sorry. We're not. Why is our right hand off? Watch his right hand. Watch his right hand come off, and he just sits on this guy like he can play him with one hand. We stop running our feet. Now, I want the whole class to take a mental picture of this, all right? Because I've got another clip later of what effort looks like, what high ends of effort will do for you. Not what it looks like, but what it will do for you as an offensive lineman. Because sometimes you think you're beat when the running back's going to make you win, okay? Sometimes. All right. Let's talk about communicative ball placement. Let's talk about communicative ball placement. You're hitched up, okay? He's accounting for this wide receiver out here that you guys can't quite see because he's behind my bar. See him right here? All right, so there he is. So you are the intended recipient of this football. What I'm not going to do is ever throw you in here. I'm never throwing you in here because there's threats in here. I'm never throwing you in here. If anything, I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to throw you out. So let's watch what the quarterback, who, by the way, is already in the midst of probably getting ready to throw this football. What's the quarterback thinking? Because I think the quarterback thinks you're sitting down. And as this play continues, you continue to float this way when, by the way, he's trying to throw you that way. Sit down and stay down in zone. Quit floating back inside. Right? Now, is the ball slightly thrown to the left of this wide receiver? Yeah, because I think he wants to throw him there. We're trying to run him back this way. Trying to run him back this way to grass, not run him in here to death. I just don't understand why we're moving left of where we're at towards the defenders. And that looks like when you watch that on the TV copy, it looks like a horrible ball. Right? It's like, what are you doing? Oh my God, our quarterback's terrible. People on social media, our quarterback's awful. Colin Cowherd, not a first round. All the dumb shit. He's a day 3 pick. Okay. Gonna lose some money on that one. All right, pre-snap, middle of the field is open here. All right. Middle of the field is open. Post-snap, they close it, right? Now we have a split safety look from Texas. He's down, he's up, and we've got a bunch of bail, right? We've got a bunch of bail from all of Texas's defenders. Everybody is off. All right, so yeah, I would like you to sit here and maybe try to extend the play or maybe take a shot or whatever. It's 3rd and 9, though. All right, so when I see everybody bail out with this quarterback, I can almost guarantee you he's going to check the football down. And look, I'm going to live with this every single time. All right, instead of forcing this ball, right, or forcing this ball, who, by the way, he was right there, okay, or forcing whatever's outside the picture, give me this. Give me one-on-one, all right, 5 yards to go. Let's see if you can make a play, because I got odds on my guy. You know what I mean? As a quarterback, I had an offensive coordinator always used to say 5 will get you 10. A 5-yard throw will get you 10 if you have the right player on the other end. That's the right player right there. Trust that guy on checkdowns. He'll pick up sticks. Trying to run flood into the boundary right here as an offense. Okay, going to bring the jet motion. All right, this is a staple in Georgia's offense. Boom, trying to run it real quickly though, right? We got boom with the arrow. All right, that's why it's a flood into the boundary. F-I-B, flood into boundary. F-I-B. They're trying to run that. All right, it gets covered really, really quickly. This is tremendous avoidance by Carson. This last year was a sack. For most quarterbacks, I feel like this is a sack. This has been the most growth I've seen from Carson this year. Would you agree, Jonathan? His ability to extend plays with his legs and just avoid sacks have been a really, really good bonus for this offense from Georgia. And he's needed to make improvements in that department because they haven't been very clean in a pass protection standpoint like this right here. Ernest, and this happens over and over and over and over again in this film particularly. We do not have long enough arms to have bad hand and hat placement, okay? When you got 35-inch arms and you're 6'7" and you look like Isaiah Wilson, you've got tremendous room for error. You do. But when you're 6'3¼ and you got 32.5-inch arms or 33-inch arms and you're 305 or 320 and you're not maybe the greatest lateral mover, but you got great hands and feet, and then you stop having great hands and feet, we're going to have real big problems, and this has happened consistently on tape right here. We're just in a bad body position, and we don't have hands engaged because we have whiffed with that outside arm. And we're going to whiff again later in this football game as well. We cannot have bad hat and eyes, all right, as an offensive lineman who's already given up, all right, in terms of giving up God-given abilities with our length, okay? It's been a chaotic film study, like a chaotic football game, hasn't it? All right, here we go. Going to 10-10. 4 at least gives 6 a chance to win. Oh, yeah, it's on the screen right here. Hey, that'll do. That'll do, right? He almost blew it up, but we at least give our guy a chance. We give our guy, Dominic Lovett, a chance right here in space against that linebacker to make somebody miss. He does exactly that. So 3-yard gain, but it could have been a negative right there for Texas's defense. Try to speed it up just a tad here. Hey, great job finding the man beater, right? Great job finding the man beater. On this side, we got the double benders, okay? Double benders, those are our zone concepts. On the back side, we've got some type of rub, all right, between the two wide receivers over here that we can't see because the sky cam's bugging out, all right? So great job finding and locating the man beater. We got it. Boom. We got this little rub, and we got Lawson Lucky coming up underneath right here. All right. So we got the man beater. Let's throw it a little bit more accurately, right? This ball gets thrown and elevated really, really quickly over Lawson Lucky's face. Now let's talk about why it got elevated, okay? Because I think some people might mistake this for bad mechanics. His lower body, this is the hard part about these what do you call them? Mesh routes and concepts that bleed into one another when we throw that. You found them? Yeah. Oh my God. I love you. I love you. What a day. What a day. All right, here we go. We're cooking now. All right, so anyways, when we throw this football, we have to set our feet and our body when we come back to it. We have to set it to throw the out every single time. All right, you know why? Because if we set to throw the in, and we have to throw the out, we can't get to it. All right, we've closed ourselves off. Put us back on. All right, so if we set our feet, all right, to that out route, we can let our arm be a little bit late and bring that slant back in. But if we set our feet to that slant and close ourselves off, we have to work across our body to get to that out route. We'll never do that. And by the way, if we overthrow or if we throw a little high, we might get a pick here like we do on that slant route. But if we throw that out route inside, whew, that thing's back to the house the other way if it gets picked off, right? So when we throw this football, we really, really have to set our body and our lower body for that out route and then let our arm correct us as the route and the read starts to clarify itself. That's what's happening right here, right? He has set his body to throw this out route right here, but the slant is what's working in. So now our arms got to make us right. Our arms got to, and our arm slot and our arm talent have to make us right here, okay? And they don't. We missed that. Boom. Interception. But you can see, look where his eyes are. He's reading this concept right here, okay? He's not looking at this guy. He's looking here. Look, okay? He's looking right there, and we have to make our arm has to make our read right? Bad throw. Bad throw, right lower body mechanics. Tough read, though. A little harder than the common fan probably thinks that is. The Wi-Fi on the glasses. All right, here we go, 11 minutes. Duo to bounce. Duo to bounce. It's a great job by Dan Jackson right here, getting this play back inside. Okay, when I first saw this play right here, watch him. He feints the inside linebacker and then tries to peel back out for the safety because they're trying to run duo with the bounce. This is a play we saw on tape against Oklahoma last week. Watch how Dan's movement and Dan's immediate key right there, boom. And that avoidance of this block is really what makes this play, because otherwise we're going to be one-on-one with the corner, and, you know, that's what they designed it for. They can win that one. That's why they designed that up. But you blowing this block up and being decisive, coming downhill, keying, reading, flying, sending it back in is what ultimately makes that play. That play is supposed to bounce and be one-on-one with the corner out there, but that is a denial of the run game. A denial of the run game right there. Okay? Tough break for 6. I thought this was a terribly thrown football. All right? Because you are in phase, Bubba. You are in phase, and you get your head around right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Put that into head around. All right? He's trying to play the football, but the football's so poorly underthrown that he's just cooked, man. It's unfortunate. That's going to be a flag. And sometimes when I see plays like this, I'm like, damn, why? I wish we were good enough at quarterback sometimes to just design that as a play. Like 3rd and 22, can we put DPI in the playbook? You know what I mean? Can we find a way to get DPI put in the playbook? Because that's what it would look like, right? Just underthrow the piss up out of a football. Wide receiver, work as hard as you can to fight back. Hopefully we don't get an interception. All right, first down right here due to the DPI. Okay. 11. Look at number 5 and tell me they weren't absolutely dialed. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. They're trying to run counter back to him. Watch all this. Okay, look, quarterback's opening up to his left. This dude doesn't move a single solitary inch. He don't bite nothing. In fact, he's just reading flow. He's just reading flow. He's going to send it right back in. All right, again, the last couple weeks, man, last 6-7 weeks of college football, Texas has been banging their head on the goalposts when this happens. When they get their count and they get the sides that they like and they get the looks that they have, these blocks are made, that crease hits, and they are one-on-one with the safety, putting that guy in there. I mean, Billy Bowman got put on a cross last week against Oklahoma. The difference is here, man, you talking about run fits and being ready to rock. That's what it looks like right there. That's exactly what it looks like. The patience on the initial key, right? I mean, doesn't move an inch, and then whoo, comes right down. Does he make the play? No. But does he make the play? Yes. You see what I mean? 12-14, I believe, is where we're going next. Oh, this is, oh, Bubba. Oh, Bubba. All right, so not to blow anybody's bag out, all right, but Schumann and whoever else is dealing with the defensive calls, I'm going to tell you what I think your tendency is when 18's on the field. I would never count him. I'm never counting him. He's right here, all right, and you can see 65 pointing at him. That's because y'all didn't do enough film study, all right, at least in my opinion, all right, because 18's on the field to do one thing and one thing only. What's he there to do? He's there to cover. He ain't rushing. All right, so what I'm definitely doing is finding number 11. I'm going to find him, and I'm always going to count him. All right, we're always going to count number 11, especially on 3rd and 6. And you know what? If we slide to him and he drops, that's fine. They just took their best pass rusher and put him in coverage. That's a win for me as an offensive line. I'm definitely not counting 11. I'm definitely Mike ID in number 5. We're going 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, if he comes, we're just going to take that risk. That's what we're going to do. But it don't matter. It doesn't matter because they count all these guys in the box. They get whatever they want. They figure out how as cleanly possible as to do it. And I know it's schematically irresponsible to just not count the mic that's standing over the guard. So you always have to count him. That's why they did it. But anyways, you can count whatever you want in the box. When they fire the corner boundary side, out for the first time in forever. I haven't seen Georgia fire the boundary side corner in a minute. All right, they've been holding this one in the bag for a minute. All right, they drop 11, they drop 18, they fire the corner, and then roll this guy down and still somehow manage to play too high. Whew. A play and a half. Whammy. 2 guys trying to pick the ball up at once. That should have been a touchdown for Raylan Wilson. Let's talk about the coaching here. First guy, ball on the ground in the other end. You're allowed to scoop and score. Second guy, fall on it. So, Michael, you're on the ground. You just didn't know the other guy was right behind you, so you're just playing football. I get it. 12:28. Oh, here it is. Imitation a form of flattery. Last week on this show, I said, man, I ain't never seen the second guy in the stack take the end around, have you? I was like, oh, they ran jet motion and then brought the closest stack guy with him after the snap to run jet. That's how Texas did it last week against Oklahoma. And I thought, wow, that was really neat. Wow, that was really neat. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Anthony Evans could do his job right here, touchdown, absolute 6. Look at this. Buddy, that's getting outran every single time. I'm just going to let you know. If we could get this blocked, all right, we're running to the corner of the end zone for a touchdown as an offense. Unfortunately, we don't, all right? But let's coach Anthony up just a little bit. Anthony, at some point, great job faking the jet, all right? But at some point, we have got to come to balance. Our feet are still zipped. All right, our feet are still together at this point. We don't ever unzip our feet until he's well past us, okay? So at some point, we've got to come to balance and play within ourselves. They didn't study tape, man. They didn't study tape. This was all over the tape last week. And I shouldn't say that because they got a lot of guys that are really, really smart. They play a lot of football and coached a lot of football, and they're smarter than me, and they make a lot of money and all that good stuff. But I watched Georgia motion empty last week, and I've seen Georgia throw screens to Etienne for weeks now. Weeks now. It's the only reason they're in empty. One of the very few reasons they're in empty. If they're going to get in empty, they're going to take shots, do all the easy pass concepts, try to force man maybe. But really, if they're into the boundary over here, you have to be prepared. If you're this corner, you have to be prepared for now screens. All right, because they're on the short side. All it takes is this right here. All right, we can release the tackle, and you're done. All right, so why is that corner bailing? Why would you ever be bailing? You're in no conflict right now. They're not going to press you. All right, if this happens, then we can run up underneath that. All right, but we have got to be aggressive on these now screens. All right, and that's the difference, right? We saw Malachi Starks on that first screen pass from Texas. Key immediately. Didn't even wait for the ball to be thrown. Keyed immediately, ran downhill and struck, got off the field. All right. We don't key until the ball is almost in the hands of the wide receiver here. Oh, by the way, I timed these releases on Carson on these screens 0.53 seconds on average. 0.53 seconds from this moment right here to this moment right here. All right, and look, go out in your backyard. Go out in your backyard, have someone toss you a football, turn to the right, throw it as hard as you can. See how long it takes you. See how accurate you are. And I've always thought it was coach speak when Kirby was like, we got a quarterback that played a lot of baseball, turned to a lot, right? Turned to a lot. And he's like, so we can do that kind of stuff because he can do this. Because he can get the ball immediately, put it in his hand and release it like that, right? And be accurate with it. You seen Jalen Milroe throw these? You seen Gunnar Stockton throw them? Carson, you know what I mean? So it does matter. I was flabbergasted that they seemed shocked by it. People are going to look at the timestamp on this video and they're going to be like, oh my God, too long. No way I'm watching all that. Hey, what do you see? Truck. Hey, coach, can we attack that? Coach, when they do this, can we attack this? Watch this. Okay, I love this. And maybe this is because they got, I don't know, maybe it's because they got the iPads or whatever. So they run a little play action right here. That's all good. That's fine. But I'm really looking at this. Like, damn, that edge is shortened. They're really short on that edge right there. Hey, maybe in the notes, hey, probably time to come back to this later run truck sweep, right? All right, here's the next play. Okay. Oh, we're going to motion them. Oh, we're going to condense the set again. Boop. There goes the toss. Okay? I felt like Bobo did a better job of being Sark than Sark did of being Sark. You know what I mean? I've been sitting on here for months and years watching Sark be like, oh, look, they've got an error. They're in conflict. Don't wait. Come back to the next play. Put them back into the same conflict, just out of a different look maybe, and boom, great job by Jurasic right there as a fullback, getting out and sealing that. Wham. Great job right there. Great block. I can't believe my wife found my glasses. I can't wait to call Pearl Vision tomorrow and tell them to piss off. It's not an endorsement. Touchdown. All right. Here we go. Middle of the field open. You turn around. You could look back around. Middle of the field closed. If you play Texas and you ain't doing this, Michigan, what are you doing? Okay, look. Middle of the field looks to be open, right? A lot of grass right there. All right, well, here we go. If he's going to pass the football, he's going to have to put the ball into the belly, put his back to us, then turn back around and see what's going on. Well, I'm going to make sure when he does that, we change the look, right? So here we go. He turns back around. Uh-oh. Now the picture's completely different. Here comes this bender. All right, and 24 is going to get up underneath that. All right, and they got the deep safety, so the post is now closed. So I don't know what I'm going to do as a quarterback except for hold the football and then take off and scramble. All right, so he holds the football, takes off and scrambles, all right, and picks up 3 yards. Now, 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Now, UGA playing 2-man on you. All right, just mixing it left and right. Y'all trying to run some motion. All right, now, look. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And here's the difference in what C.J. Stroud has done in years past. He's down here, by the way. You can't quite see him. All right, here's the difference between what guys like C.J. Stroud have done in years past against this defense and what Quinn Ewers failed to do. Be special. You have to be special. It's what we talked about last week. So here we go. Everybody's covered upon initial snap, right? I know it's hard to see, but everybody's in strippity straps, just like everything else, all right? Everybody's left your picture. By the way, here's the only hot route. He's getting licked up. So already off rip, ball's on our own 5, and I'm going to tell you right now, depth of concept is entirely too deep, right? It's entirely too deep. We have nothing for our quarterback anywhere in this portion of the field that is available to him. So if he's going to make a throw, he's got to stand in there and rip a 12 to 15-yard comeback or a 15 to 18-yard deep over, or he's got to hope the middle of the field's open. He's hitting a These are really, really hard things to do consistently, especially when guys are really, really covered. So, yeah, do I want my NFL quarterback to step up in this pocket, be firm, and deliver a strike? 100%. 100%. I want that. I'm gonna ding him as a quarterback for not doing it. I'm also going to look at myself as a coordinator at halftime at least and say, hey, man, we got to help this guy out. All right, we got to shorten the depths of concepts. Maybe we get into some spread formations and give easy, immediate winners. We got to do something right now because A, when we do have clean pockets, he's not stepping up. And B, we are not creating separation right now as a wide receiver unit. That was that play I'm telling you about with Jalen. He tackles him basically by throwing his body at Quinn's feet. Quinn falls down and he walks over there and taps him because he's locked in. He's locked in. Timestamp?
57.
All right, here we go. How about this from Georgia? Oh, Bobo's not creative. Oh, Bobo's not creative. How about 0-1 personnel? You like this? Did you notice this? Mm-hmm. I didn't see this. I had no clue he did this. This is Dylan Bell in at running back with one tight end on the field. They're going to motion to empty. I have no clue what I would do. I have no clue what I would do if I were a defensive analyst in the box for Texas. I would just probably be holding my breath hoping that we don't get killed right here. All right, because just confusion and stuff that you don't see a lot from Georgia's offense, all to run a screen and go right now. Throw that ball. Oh, no, they're trying to go the screen on the backside. All right, they're trying to go H-back screen. Just a tremendous play right here by Zero. They're on scholarship too, man. They got instinctual players. Sometimes they win as well, even when the coordinator's trying to do his thing. Oh, I would have came back to it. I would have came back to it, Coach. Maybe you will later in the year. Who's that? Oh, that's the defensive end. They don't have anybody for him. All right. They force a scramble right here out of empty. Everyone's pretty much covered. Here's the thing I will say about Carson, okay? Hey, we're leaving a lot of grass or a lot of yardage on the field when we leak right. All right, when a quarterback escapes and starts to buy time to his right, those should be big-time explosive plays. We should make the defense feel like they're about to poop themselves when we do this because we're so good at scrambling. Because as soon as we go to scramble right, this leaks. All right, it does because this hook defender ultimately pulls down. And this is a 12-yard miss, right? That's a 12, 15-yard miss. There's a 70-yarder left on tape a little bit later where we're scrambling to our right. Something opens up. let's be aggressive, man. I got it on the notes later. When we start to do this, when Carson starts to leak right and kill people like Quinn does when he's leaking right, even as bad as he's playing right now, when he scrambles right, he's ready to murder. All right, that's what makes Heisman's. That's what makes like real great explosive game swinging type of plays when we're in shootouts, right? The play has broken down, we extend and we kill them, right? By the way, if this happens on Georgia's sideline, this is a 15-yard personal foul. Right there. All right. But great job by Texas of just not responding and not doing anything. Also, Dominic, hey, let's be a maybe a little flopper, maybe. Give me one of those, okay? 15-25. Hey, great job. Just this whole right side. This whole right side, tremendous job. Center on over. This is incredible. Watch this. They get a nickel plug. All right, they get nickel plug. So we got the center working out to the 3 tech. We got the guard working out to the nickel that plug. And we got the right tackle kicking all the way out to now the wide 9. All right, all the way to the wide 9. Great job picking that pressure up. Also, great job by Carson extending just a bit, holding on for this, all right, and getting rid of it to Arian Smith. Now, here's what I'm impressed with, okay? I'm really impressed because this is one of those zone sit it, man run it, right? If this guy's in zone, all right, or if they're playing zone coverage, we're going to get here and we're going to stop, all right? If they're running man, which they are right here, we're going to continue to run with leverage. I want to know how Arian knew they were in man coverage when he doesn't have anybody on him. Right? There's nothing pressing him right now. There's nothing that feels like man coverage, except he's going to continue to run it. Now, they are meshing, meaning they got one guy running over the top and one guy running under the bottom. And perhaps you don't ever stop these in this concepts, right? If we have this called, just run it through anyways, right? If we have this mesh route called, just run it. Don't ever squat it. All right, but he continues to run a great ball right here out in front of the out in front of the wide receiver, okay, for a first down. 15-41. This is unlike 15 to miss, right? Just like we were talking about earlier with the average time to release, we just sail this one. Just absolutely sail this one. 16:08. It's a great play by 18. Frontside inside linebacker right here. Watch this. Okay. Sees a split zone action, immediately bails out to the tight and gets the guy down on the ground. Great play by him. I didn't feel like Texas's linebackers played too bad in this football game, to be honest with you. Looking back at it and thinking of it now that I just said that, there wasn't one singular thing that Texas struggled with or didn't do well in this football game. I think the system ultimately gave them problems, right? There's just too many answers in this if you're not going to get the quarterback down onto the ground. Carson thinks he's getting 0. Okay? He's getting man-to-man. Now, might be a little bit of a tendency here because we've seen this a lot at this point in the year. All right, 3rd and 8. We've got a walked-up 0 look as a defense. Quarterback walks to the line of scrimmage, calls a check. If I'm playing Georgia, I'm playing screen now. The moment I force the check showing 0 blitz, I'm assuming they're running a screen. That's just what I would do. I think that's their tendency. And I think that's what Texas did right here. Okay, Texas walks the 0 look. They walk everybody up on the line of scrimmage. They force the check from the quarterback, okay? Watch this, just right here. Walks up, calls the check. Whatever his tunnel screen call is, whatever it is. Now, watch this defensive end. Going to continue to show that pressure look, and then as the ball is snapped, he's going to turn and look for that tunnel. Okay, I think you're going to see this moving forward if you're not careful and start avoiding these tendencies, okay? Because just simulated pressures are a real thing nowadays. They still bring pressure, by the way. They plug the safety and drop the defensive end. They still bring 5. All right, Georgia has to settle for a field goal. On to the next possession for Texas. Last page of notes, timestamp, 105. Woo! Y'all going to get a good one. Again, these were 80-yard explosives for Texas. All 7 weeks. They ain't played nobody right there. You know what I mean? That's the difference, okay? There's a 4-yard gain where last several weeks has been a 74-yard gain. Yank. Great tackle in the open space by Dan Jackson. 17-20. Have a damn day, Raylan Wilson. Have a damn day. It's what I worried about as an analyst all week last week. I disciplined inside linebackers. Young linebackers out here for Georgia. Watch this. Where's the back? Oh. Never once falls for it, right? Never once takes the bait. Not once. So much so that the center for Texas, when he turns around, he looks right by him because he's like, no way he's there already. That can't be my color. That can't be the opposing team's color. And he runs right by his face and goes, oh shit. There he goes. Tremendously well prepared. Those are 2 plays in a row are the difference between, the last several performances from Texas's offense and what they put on tape. I think they exchanged some false starts right there is what just happened. All right, 3rd and 6. Again, hey, this guy ain't coming. I ain't sliding to him. Not if he's out there. That's number 18. All right, he's dropping in coverage. I almost 100% guarantee it. All right, so if I'm not counting him, all right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So what are we in? We're in a full-on Larry. We're going to send everybody left, and as a quarterback, I'd be hot off him. I don't know if that's what they ultimately do. I think they go into full-on scan protection. Yep, they go into scan protection. 18 drops like we know he would. All right, and it ultimately turns into a Larry anyways. But I would have clarified at pre-snap, we would have been going left. All right, and boom, we get picked off because we don't see the corner squatting in in cover 2. All right, which I believe is what Georgia's playing. All right, they're going to drop 2 deep safeties. All right, we got hook curl, and we got hook curl out here with the ability to be really, really aggressive if we want to, because we have safety help. If that guy wants to leak, that's fine. Dan Jackson's going to turn and run up underneath that. Great job right here by Dalen Everett. I about called him Jalen Kimber again. All right, great job right there. Now, here's my question. You weren't in the postgame press conference. Christian was with me. Kirby said that he was mad that Dalen fell down and didn't score this football. Okay. First of all, makes an incredibly insane play as a cover 2 corner to sneak up under this hook. All right, incredible. I've seen that guy pick that ball off. Very rarely do you see this corner get leaky and aggressive up underneath here. So great play. But in what world is he supposed to return that, coach? You know what I mean? Like, in what world is he supposed to take that back to the crib? That made me laugh post-game. I was like, damn, you really are a guy that always, you just want it all. You want everything to happen for your guy. You want your guy to do everything possible to win. That's crazy. I don't like this play from Dylan. Malik Neighbors this thing, man. We can't go in here. If anything, we got to spin out this way and run down the sidelines. Wait, there's 10 guys over here. We can't do this. You seen what Malik does, right? Malik catches that hook and then takes one step in and then immediately spins back out. As soon as he goes to step in, that corner tries to fire and take his head off, and then he rolls back out on him. My coordinator in college used to say, y'all are not watching enough football. Dylan Bell should be studying the ever-loving shit out of Malik Neighbors. They're very similar football players from a body standpoint style, right? All right, so I'd be studying the hell up out of that guy. We only got a couple more plays here. Oh, I tweeted this one out. I thought this was phenomenal. All right, Stenner's out here pointing out towards this nickel because he sees nickel pressure. So he's calling out, or fan, whatever their call is. We were an out team, which means you're working out, and I'm working out. All 3 of us are going out. So here he is. He's calling this out. However, they've got an RPO called out here, okay? So we're going to block down with the X. All right, we're going to bubble here. If this apex defender wants to keep getting into the box, we're just going to throw the screen. All right, so what we don't need to be doing as an offensive line is counting that guy into the run scheme. We need to re-identify the Mike. This should be the Mike, not this. We shouldn't be going full out. We should be carrying about the 5 guys in the box. So Carson sees this, all right, and corrects him on the road. Walks down to the line of scrimmage and says, no, cancel. Mike zero. All all right, gets it re-identified and recalled, and knowing that this guy's down here into the box already, it's a pre-snap read. We're throwing this ball no matter what. We're going to put the ball into the belly of the back, all right, pull it out, and rip this thing out here because he is already out leveraged. Look at this, guys. He's already out leveraged by 5 or 6 yards. We're throwing that ball no matter what. We're throwing that ball every single time. All right, so we don't need to be running our offensive line out to that guy. We're going to cloud the look, if anything. So there's a 20-yard gain, and it's the quarterback. Again, I've always heard Kirby talk about, ooh, we got a quarterback that gets our team into the right spot. That's it. That's it on tape right there. That is a clear, clarified picture of what it looks like. Okay? I told you, take a mental picture of that right guard, right? Take a mental picture of that right guard. What it looks like, the difference between a guy blocking through the echo of the whistle and a guy maybe not finishing with tremendous effort. Well, watch this right guard right here, okay? All right, we're beat. We're beat. He is crossing our face, all right? He is going to get into this gap, and he is going to run our running back down, all right, who's supposed to be working this way, except we've got a great running back. We've got a great running back. So if we just try, if we just run through the echo of the whistle every single snap, I bet you he'll make us right. Watch this. Watch 73 just say, shit, I'm just going to keep running my feet. I'm going to stay engaged, and boom, back's able to cut off us because we're able to just play with effort, man. That's it. Just play through the echo of the whistle all the time. Stay engaged. Don't loaf because your play might be the play. 73 and 57 would be it. It was just center, 73 at right guard, 57 at right tackle. Call it a day until Tate Ratledge gets back. Narrow the rotation, period. End of story. All right, these 3 football players, they're running wide zone this way. These 3 football players, 8, 97, 52, can't play it better. Let's watch them in line. Let's watch 8 first. Always got to keep the outside arm free, right, against wide zones. Got to turn this play back in somehow. All right, here we go. They're trying to attack us. Boom. There's the outside arm free. That's a great job, 8. All right, so let's watch 97. Same thing, 97. If we get reached, all right, if we get reached, we're in trouble. That's a future first-round draft pick we've been calling on this channel. If we get reached, we're in trouble, so we got to fight over the top. Let's watch 97. Let's watch him fight over the top. Oh, fought over the top. He's winning. Now, let's watch 52. Same thing. If we get outside zone stretch, if that guy goes to work out, we cannot get reached. We got to work over the top. Watch this from 52. Talk about block destruction. Woo! Come on now. Come on now. That's a big time play from 52 right there. Whoop. Using that momentum from that secondary bump from that right guard to help me get over the top. That's elite, man. That's great shit from all 3 of those guys. Yes, Stan Jackson rallies, finishes it off, all that good stuff. But that is a great rep from 8, 97, and 52. All right. I have been can we as a defensive line, I would teach so hard converting run to pass. Oh, we're going to stop the run, pass. Oh, we got to work, right? Watch 52 right here and tell me this guy ain't having the damn season of his life right now. All right? Because as a nose tackle, buddy, we got to be thick in them hips. We got to be able to hold that run game. We got to be able to anchor that sucker. So here we go. We're going to anchor. We're going to work run to pass right now and get away with a hold as an offensive line. I love that from 52. Come on now. Just straps. Absolute straps. The whole game. Ain't a soul open. Ain't a soul open. Oh, it's the late stem right here. Ooh, that's gnarly. All right, they're gonna start in an odd front. All right, they're gonna walk it down to a doubled up stem. Who are we not counting? I think this is 18 over here. It might be 10. If that's 10, I'm just wetting down my leg as a quarterback. Hey, that's 10. Yeah, I'm just gonna wet down my leg. That's what we're gonna do. Because they're bringing 6. They're bringing, or 5 rather. No, they brought 6. It's a blitz, and they're playing cover 3 behind it. So I don't, woo. Huh? Yeah, the poor running back. Oh, my. He got his soul taken. Is there anybody open? That's the thing. Maybe this, but you ain't getting to that, right? You're not throwing that football. You can't get your feet planted right now. Everything's at your feet. What are you throwing? This? Okay, it's 3rd and 11. I'm going to boo you out of the stadium. You throw a ball at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 11, right? All right, or at least throw some trash on the field and do something. So we're cooked. We're cooked as an offense. What do? We pull the ball down, try to make a play with our legs, and that ain't happening because, Jalen Walker exists. That late stem, man. They did it later in the football game, too. All right. Oh, by the way, the punt, flip field right here, I believe. Punt, flip field. 2106 is where we're going next. Got our anchor earlier, 57. Oh, all right. We'll talk about this here in a second. All right. This is the problem that creates this, positive play for Texas. But I want you to watch this quarterback, okay? Last week, especially you folks that are Tennessee fans watching this for some random reason, or you football knowers that watch everything that we do because you love what we do. Watch this quarterback, all right? His eyes and his feet stay tied together. Now, his eyes are a little bit separated. His eyes will move first, but just watch how quickly his feet come back to where he's at, okay? Watch this as a quarterback, all right? We're working to our left to start the play. All right, the out gets taken away. We pump it. We don't like it. Now, we're getting our eyes back to this deep over as a quarterback right now, but our feet are parallel to the line of scrimmage. We saw this from Nico last week, didn't we? Our feet are parallel to the line of scrimmage. Our feet are not tied with our eyes. Our eyes just went there. So let's see how quickly our feet come back to our eyes. Wham. And look where he's at. He's in a perfect, ready-to-throw position for this ball to work back over the top. I think his arm gets hit, honestly, or else this is probably completed. That pressure from that defensive end took away what was ultimately going to be a great play from Carson. Now, let's talk about the right tackle. I see you trying to get the arm swipe in there right there. We got to have it quicker, Monroe. We either got to swipe the hand down faster or we got to get our anchor into the ground way quicker. All right, that's why we're getting blown into the quarterback. I'm going to stop asking for timestamps and I'm just going to roll. Oh, I love this. 2150. Let's jump to this. Oh, Bobo's not creative. Oh, Bobo's not creative. How about Wham? I ain't seen Georgia run this in a minute. I don't even know if I've ever seen them run this. They get this 50 front in a short down or a short yardage situation. We got 3 down linemen. We're going to outblock the defensive end. We're going to inside veer release this guy and scoop him, right? We're going to keep this guy back here. And then we're going to pull the tight end for the front side inside linebacker. However, things get a little muddy here. Because Texas is running a run stunt. So as an offensive blocker right here, we've got to be on alert. Watch this from Lawson Lucky. This is tremendous. Okay, in a short yardage situation on a play that's not uber familiar to us. We don't run this a ton. All right, H-back insert, wham, whatever you want to call this. They don't run that a ton. So for him to get his eyes back around for that inside stunt, that's a tremendous job of executing in the heat of the battle, right? Tremendous job of executing. It turns into a 10-yard explosive run. All right, 23-14. You make this throw, I'll start the Heisman campaigns myself. I will go to Washington and I will campaign myself. I will pick it everything I need to. All right, you start making these throws. All right, but right now, you ain't doing it. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here he goes. He running the grass. All right, we're escaping. A lot of pressure. We're doing a great job even in getting to where we're at right now. Hey, dot this sumbitch. Hit that. Heisman's hit that, do they not? Heisman, so we're going to a different level. By the way, top 5 picks hit that. Top 28 picks do what he did to get to where he was. The difference is that, right, that little bit. All right, got to hit those. Let's go to 23-35, the last possession, okay, from Texas that we're going to watch. Love that he came in here and had to tell them to shut the hell up. Shut up. I'm trying to play quarterback. Y'all are too loud. That's what's happening right now, Jonathan, if you can't tell. The third one is so Peyton. He's frustrated. Watch this. Stop. Shut up. These Mannings know football. I'll tell you that much. All right, so what do we got here? We got, looks to me, middle of the field closed, but they showed middle of the field open. So I'm thinking as a young quarterback right now what they got going on. All right, and what I will tell you is this is the same play they ran for him when he came in against UTSA. And this is how I know that there are obviously some tendencies in this offense because my brain's picking them up. And if my brain's picking them up, Schumann's brain's 1,000% picking them up. And worse, the computer's picking them up because it's all analytical now. It's all charted. Everything that you've done from game 1 to now, we know what your tendencies are. So quarterback comes in. Well, guess what they're going to do? They're going to fire the nickel because they know the last time he was in here, you did this concept, right? You brought the Dover back in here and tried to give him a little nice, easy pitch and catch and rollout. So here we go. Plug the nickel, get it right in his face. Tell me that guy wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? Tell me that nickel didn't know or think that he knew what was about to happen. Boom. 24-20. They're getting off the field right here. Getting off the field. Everything's covered yet again. I think the square in on the backside might be working, but he's jogging that route. Look at this. Isn't he? Especially when he first comes into your screen. Look at this. That guy's jogging that route. On a 3rd and 5 in a 4-minute drill. All right, drive gets extended because Michael Williams got a very, very blatant face mask. Now you're changing the look again on him. All right. We get it late here. But here's the 4 downs, right? Actually, yeah, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to stunt these guys this way. All right. Drop him and bring the best player on the field right up the field. All right. And Jalen does a great job both taking away the immediate pass, all right, by settling and going after the quarterback and getting him down. It was 25-18. Couldn't run, couldn't trick. All right, that's what I have in my notes. All right, when this right here doesn't mean anything to me because I'm stopping the run so much, look at these two guys. Let's start the play back over, all right? Let's start the play back over, and you tell me if either one of these safeties ever move. No, they don't, right? And why are they not moving? Well, they're not moving because you have not done anything to threaten them via the run, all right? And you won't the rest of the football game, okay? We'll watch the second half tomorrow, but you won't see any type of, added pressure be created via the run game. So you got that going on. Guys aren't necessarily threatened by you. They're mixing coverages the entire time. Pressure's at a high rate, okay? When this happens, all right, when they're changing looks, they're getting a lot of pressure. Look, man, you're going to miss concepts, right? I know Texas Twitter right now is probably going all in on Quinn Ewers. Guy sucks. We need to play Arch. Dude, the young quarterback missed him too, right? The young quarterback missed him too. That guy's butt ass. But it doesn't matter because we can't get to our second or third read because we're rattled. We're moving too quickly, right? Because the pressure is a little bit too much, right? And we got a free hat coming in this way. Okay? All right. That's a plan. That was a defense that was prepared, eh? That was a defense that is absolutely prepared. I am super excited to get into that second half with you guys tomorrow. If you're a Texas fan and watching us for the first time today, we appreciate you for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.